My sincere greetings to all of you. Myself, Sachin Rampuri Goswami from Sanskar For Learn School. I welcome you all in the program called Sanskar For Precious Exam Time. When we are talking about exam time brings a lot of challenges to us and a lot of difficulties to us. And to face through such difficulties and challenges, PM Modi has initiated a beautiful program called Pariksha Pe Charcha, and he has contributed some of his views with us. Let's see one of his view on Pariksha Pe Charcha.
सर, हमारे मन में तरह तरह के आइडियाज़, पॉसिबिलिटीज़ और एवं क्वेश्चंस आते रहते हैं। सर, ये डिस्ट्रैक्शन तो पैदा करते हैं एग्ज़ाम के टाइम पे। तो सर, ऐसे में हम अपने मन को कैसे शांत रखें?
वैभव, मैं नहीं मानता हूँ आप डिस्टर्ब रहते होंगे।
सर, थोड़ा बहुत तो होता ही है सर, क्योंकि
आप डिस्टर्ब होंगे ऐसा मुझे नहीं लगता।
सर, डिस्ट्रैक्शंस थोड़ी बहुत है।
क्योंकि मैं आपका कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल देख रहा हूँ। मैं जब से सुबह से देख रहा हूँ आपको, आपका कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल अद्भुत है।
बट स्टिल सर, एक बात तो होती है, क्योंकि सर एग्जाम्स तो होते ही हैं टफ।
तो इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि आप खुद को नहीं जानते और आपको भी लगता है यार सब दोस्तों के बीच में अच्छा है, यही कहूँ हाँ यार थोड़ा टफ है। सब बच्चे 10वीं कक्षा के बच्चे एक दूसरे को बात करेंगे, यार कल पढ़ नहीं पाया, मैं नींद आ गई। जी सर। यार कल मूड ठीक नहीं था। सब ऐसी ही बातें करते हैं टेलीफोन पे दोस्तों से भी। फिर फोकस कैसे होगा भाई? सबसे अमूल्य चीज
राइट नाउ,
अभी का टाइम पे प्रेजेंट।
अगर वो गया तो यूं ही पास चला हो गया, वो रहता नहीं अपने आप में। अगर उसको जी लिया तो जिंदगी का हिस्सा बन जाता है। लेकिन जी कब सकते हैं? देखिए बहुत बढ़िया हवा चल रही है, लेकिन आपका ध्यान है कि हवा कितना बढ़िया पवन है। अगर थोड़ा ध्यान गया तो अब मैंने कहा तो आपको लगा होगा यार जी सर, हवा तो पहले भी चलती थी। ध्यान नहीं था। हम कहीं और हमारा ध्यान था।
जी सर। सर, मेरा आपसे यह प्रश्न है कि आजकल के युवाओं स्टूडेंट्स लाइक अस सर, पढ़ते पढ़ते हम लोग डिप्रेशन और एंजाइटी में चले जाते हैं सर। तो हम इससे कैसे निकल सकते हैं सर?
ये मुसीबत शुरू कहाँ से होती है? धीरे धीरे आपने देखा होगा, घर में कोई बात करता था अच्छा नहीं लगता। पहले अपने छोटे भाई से बहुत गप्पे मारते थे।
जी सर।
लगता है ये सर खा रहा है, जाओ तुम जाओ। पहले दौड़ करके स्कूल से आते थे, स्कूल में जो हुआ सब मम्मा को बता देते थे। और मम्मा को नहीं बताते, मन क्या चल थोड़ा आ गए, किताब थोड़ी देर लिया, छोड़ दिया। ये बिहेवियर आपको देखा होगा, धीरे धीरे अपने आप को कट करता जाता है, सिकुड़ता जाता है और धीरे धीरे फिर वो डिप्रेशन में चला जाता है। आपको कोशिश करनी चाहिए आपके मन के अंदर जो दुविधाएं हैं, बिना संकोच खुल करके किसी को कहना चाहिए। अगर नहीं कहेंगे, मन में भर करके रखोगे तो धीरे धीरे बड़ा विस्फोट हो जाएगा। पहले हमारे समाज व्यवस्था में बहुत अच्छा फायदा था। हमारा परिवार ही अपने आप में एक यूनिवर्सिटी होता था। कभी कुछ बात दादा से खुल करके कर लेते थे, कभी दादी से कर लेते थे, कभी नाना से, कभी नानी से, कभी बड़े भाई से, कभी भाभी से। यानी कुछ न कुछ आपको मिल जाता था। जैसे कुकर का विसल बजती है ना, कुकर फटता नहीं है, वैसा ये कहीं न कहीं आपका ये प्रेशर है वो कम हो जाता था। और चलते चलते दादा कहते नहीं नहीं बेटा ऐसा नहीं करते, तो हमको ठीक लगता है हाँ यार नहीं करेंगे। कभी दादा कहते थे, चाचा कहते थे अरे भाई गिर जाओगे, संभालो, अच्छा लगता है। मनुष्य का स्वभाव है कोई केयर करे। मैं भी आकर के यहाँ भाषण झाड़ देता तो आपको लगता है ये प्रधानमंत्री अपने आप को क्या मानता है? लेकिन मैं आपका गीत सुनने का मन करता है, मेरा आपकी बातें, आपका गांव का जानने का मन करता है। इसका मतलब आपको भी लगता है यार अब ये तो अपने जैसे ही है, चलो हम भी बात कर लेते हैं। आपको कोई प्रेशर नहीं होगा। डिप्रेशन में एक कारण सबसे बड़ा ही है। दूसरा, पहले टीचर, मुझे याद है मैं जब पढ़ता था ऐसा लगता था कि मुझे मेरे टीचर जो भी थे ऐसा वो मेरे लिए मेहनत करते थे। मेरे हैंड राइटिंग अच्छे नहीं है लेकिन मुझे याद है मेरे टीचर मेरे हैंडराइटिंग ठीक हो इसके लिए वो बेचारे इतनी मेहनत करते थे, शायद उनके हैंडराइटिंग उनके थे उनसे भी अच्छे हो गए होंगे, मेरे नहीं हुए। लेकिन मेरे मन को वो बात छू गई कि वो मेरे लिए इतनी मेहनत करते थे।
Very well guidance by respected Shri PM Modi ji. Modi ji had suggested us to be present in the given moment. To be present in the given moment is an attitude of mindfulness. So, what do we mean by the mindfulness practice? Our mind is not meant for multitasking. We should do one task at one moment. We should, whenever we are doing any task, we should give our 100% to it. Let the brain, the neurons and all work on that one idea only, and it is going to be the successful pathway. So for that purpose you should have mindful through the every small every small things of your life. For example, whenever we are taking a meal, we should take a meal. While taking a meal, why do we want to scroll the mobile? Why do we want to browse the mobile, or why do we want to watch the television? Whenever we are taking a meal, we should take a meal only. We should enjoy the meal. We should enjoy the taste of each and every single prep that has been served to us, because whenever we are doing that, we are soaking in the act of that, and that is going to be the one of the key for success. So for example, for the instance, most of the time we are going to read our question paper in the beginning only, and then we are a little bit worried about so-called question number 5, which is little bit we are not sure about. So we are worried about, while solving the question number 1, we are worried about question number 5. It should not happen. Whenever we are solving the question number 1, we should be there on the question number 1. Whenever we are going to study also, for the instance, most of the time most of the students, it has been seen that they are going to study or complete their homework in front of the television, but it is a very wrong practice. Whenever you are supposed to do your homework, it should be done with exact privacy and with all your with all your attendance 100% in it. You should think whatever the homework is, so that when the homework is done properly, you need not have to worry about the exam and all. So the first key to be successful for the precious exam time is to practice a mindfulness. Mindfulness is going to be the first practice that we should do. After that, the second thing is SWOT analysis. Any good batsman first assess its opponent, assess the ground, how the pitch is, how is the ground is, in which country the game is going to be there, because when it is going to be our home ground, it's easy to crack things. Likewise, that whenever we are going to have the in-house paper, we are little bit known to our teachers' ideology, and we are little bit aware of the question paper, how it is supposed to be made. But when it is going to be a centralized question paper, so for that purpose you have to analyze the syllabus at first chapter wise, after that question wise. You have to analyze it properly, so that you will get the good score in that. So how do we do? So we should analyze what are our strengths are. What do we mean by the strengths? What we are good at. So we need to practice it, whatever we are good at. What we are weak at, we have to read it read it, we have to go in depth, uh, in depth of the basics to convert our weakness into the strength. Because when your weakness is getting converted into the strength, your threats are getting reduced and your opportunities are going to be inclined. That is the reason strengths are need to be practiced, weaknesses are need to be converted into the strengths, opportunities are supposed to be inclined by reducing the threats. So that's what the SWOT analysis is. So you should know what are your strengths are, what are your weaknesses are, what are your opportunities, what opportunities do you have, and what are the threats are. And strengths are need to be practiced, weaknesses are need to be converted into the strengths, and opportunities are supposed to be inclined by the reduction of threats. That is what the SWOT analysis. Now when we are talking about the exam, what do we mean by the exam? What do we mean by the exam? So evaluating the upgrading skill is called as exam. Now there are two words which are not synonyms to each other. One is upgradation and other is updatation. There are two words. These two words are not the synonyms of each other. These have their separate existence. One is update and upgrade. What do you mean by update? Update means to practice our strength, to get expertise in it, and to inculcate the new habits, to become our strength is called as upgradation. So how do we update ourselves and how do we upgrade ourselves, that we will see now. Sharpening our strength is called as updatation. We have to sharpen the strength. Now as far as the geometry is concerned, the subject geometry is very nice subject. It has got a geometrical figure, but in order to draw a proper geometry or appropriate geometrical needle, the very first thing required is the pencil needs to be very sharpened. It should not be blunted, because you don't get a appropriate geometrical figure with a blunted pencil. You have to sharpen the pencil. Likewise, that you have to sharpen your strength. No matter how good you are at particular topic or particular chapter is, you have to practice it again and again. Daily you have to practice it so as to gain the expertise in that subject. And that is what the sharpening of our strength or of our skills. For example, there is one beautiful analogy that I would like to share with you, that Sachin Tendulkar is well known for the cricket. Once it is so happened, Sachin Tendulkar was bowled by upcoming new bowler Brad Hawke, Australian new bowler Brad Hawke. He has bowled Sachin Tendulkar, and it was a great achievement for the Brad Hawke to bowl Sachin Tendulkar, such a big brand of cricket. Then after the end of after the match been ending, after the match, Brad Hawke went to the Sachin Tendulkar and he asked him to sign a ball. He signed a ball. Sachin Tendulkar signed a ball, but with one quotation. What quotation it is? This day will never ever come again in your life. Is it so easy? It was the commitment that has been made by Sachin Tendulkar to itself, to himself. So it's not easy. When he has written, he might have been taken lot of practice, however, for that, to convert, to update himself. And after that, the results are like that. When Sachin Tendulkar and Brad Hawke has played a lot of matches throughout the cricket career, but there are not a single evidence that Sachin Tendulkar has been bowled or caught out by Brad Hawke. So this is what the updatation. And what is the key for updatation? It is a practice. Practice is the key for updatation. And now we will see how to upgrade ourselves. Now Turning our weakness into the strengths is called as upgradation. Is it so easy? Do you think that it is easy to turn our weakness into the strengths? Weakness into the strengths, because we are it has been said in the English that everything is difficult before they are easy. When we were in a childhood, it was difficult for us people to write down the A also, right? For that purpose we have to practice a lot. We have overwritten on the same alphabet to get the skill of skill of writing the alphabets. Likewise that, so it was also difficult. So but what was that? That was the practice which made you perfect. And now we are going to write we are going to write very nicely. We are going to speak very nicely. What is that? It was difficult then, but now it is easy. So what does it mean? We need a proper practice for now. Whenever we are practicing this our strength, it needs to be practiced on a superficial level. But whenever we need to convert our weakness into the strength, we need to enter in depth with the basics. We have to start with the basics. We have to use to with the basic. We have to inculcate the habits of that, and after that we are going to upgrade ourselves. One of the beautiful example of upgradation is Sourav Ganguly, the great Indian cricketer Sourav Ganguly. When the Sourav Ganguly has started his career, he blasted the cricket with his left-handed batting. But when he was but once it is so happened that his one of the loophole has come to know to Shoaib Akhtar, and slowly it has been percolated in the entire cricket. And then Sourav Ganguly's career was about to collapse. But after that, Sourav Ganguly has put tremendous efforts on that weakness and turned that weakness into strength, and went on to become the great Indian cricketer. So likewise the Sourav Ganguly, we have to see whatever the portion we are not getting, we are weak at, we have to get into the basics. We have to go to our teachers, we have to go to our mentors, we have to solve whatever the difficulties are, what we can do it, how we can break it slow in a smaller targets. That means in a smaller target. For example, it seems to be difficult for us, a paragraph seems to be difficult for us. So at first convert the paragraph into this, break the paragraph into the punctuations, and after that connect the statements and make it. But we have to crack it. We have to crack in anyhow situation, and we have to convert our weakness into the strength. And converting weakness into strength is called as upgradation. Now, and when I'm talking about the opponent, I'm not talking about the competitor, friend of yours, right? So opponents, which is the one opponent, which is what are our opponents? So it is mind. Yes, it is mind. Our mind. No one on planet Earth can stop you from accomplishing for accomplishing what you want if you bat against a googlies that mind balls at you. How many of you think that mind balls a googly at us? Most of the time what happens, we have decided something, we have decided today that this much portion I'm supposed to do it, and all of a sudden at that time only our friends have planned to go to the garden, and there we give up and we are moving along with our friend. So don't give up with any temptation. Once it has been decided, that means it has been decided. Once it has been committed, that means it has been committed. You have to discipline your mind. How do you discipline your mind? You have to discipline in your mind. For example, for that purpose, you have to discipline your mind from the smaller things. For example, you should polish your shoes daily. You should iron your clothings daily. Likewise, that you should discipline your mind. You should discipline by having appropriate timings for your lunch, dinner, and breakfast and all. So likewise, that we have to do. So what is the master stroke of the life? Master stroke of the life is to is to discipline the mind. Is to discipline the mind, so that we should not listen to the mind should listen to us. After that, moving on to the next, the most important topic, that is time management. Now, when it comes to the time management, I must say that each and every person has 24 hours with him. It totally depends how you utilizes it. It doesn't matter whether the Bill Gates is having 24 hours, the Ambanis, Adani and all, they are also having 24 hours, and a beggar on the street, he is also having 24 hours. So the difference is in its utilization. So for that purpose, initially you should know how the time management is. When we are talking about the time management, we should have a positive attitude. What do we mean by the attitude? So attitude is the only English word which, when spelled one below one, and if its alphabetical positions has been written, respective alphabetical positions has been written, and it is added, it will sum up to 100. And that's the reason the word attitude has been taken with a very positive note. And what is the positive? Fixed waking time is the beginning of your positive attitude. Whenever, if it has been decided to wake up early in the morning at 5 o'clock, that means we are committed to wake up early in the morning 5 o'clock. So you have decided yesterday night something, that after waking up early in the morning 5 o'clock, I am doing this much activity and all. So whenever you are putting an alarm on a snooze, it's not about the snoozing an alarm. It's all about, it will percolate in your attitude, and you are giving in to your mind. You're telling your mind that my 5 minute sleep is much more important than the task whatever I have decided yesterday. So for that purpose, the time management, what is necessary? Fixed waking time. You should have a fixed waking time. It's always recommended to have a sleep in between 10 to 5 o'clock in the morning, and wake up early in the morning 5 o'clock. But whenever it has been decided, it is recommended. It doesn't mean that you should follow the same. Some of you might have been the habit of studying for the late night, so it's also but whatever the sleeping hours are there, so you should have a 6 to 8 hours the good sleep. So 6 to 8 hours. So whenever we are talking sleep 6 to 8 hours, that means 6 hours and 6 to 7 hours. And whenever we are calling it sleeping hours, it means that we are supposed to take the morning duties into consideration. In the morning duties, we should add up the two things, that is, one is exercise. Why the exercise? Because exercise helps in the secretion of happy chemicals like dopamine and endorphin, so which in turn keeps us very fresh. So for that purpose, exercise for 20 minutes and 20 minutes of a meditation is much more recommended for that one. And sleep, you should wake up early in the morning, whatever the decided time is. If you want to wake up at 5:20, you should set up alarm at 5:20. Don't set up the alarm at 5 o'clock and put it on the snooze and then wake up early in the, that attitude we don't want. We want the attitude to be positive. So for that purpose, you should set up alarm at 5:20, and as soon as alarm rings, you just stop the alarm and hit the floor to crack the day. Is it clear? So that is what the time management is. Now after that, what are the other arenas where the time management works? For example, whenever we are talking about time management, it has got three basic aspects. The very first is your sleeping time, the second is your meal time, and the third one is your working hours. So we have considered 8 hours as a sleeping hours. 8 hours as a sleeping hours, that doesn't mean that you are practically sleeping for that. You are taking a sleep of 6 to 7 hours, a moderate sleep of 6 to 7 hours daily, and within 1 hour you are supposed to perform your all the morning duties and all. In this way we have divided into 8 hours, along with the exercise, your meditation practice and all. So likewise that 8 hours. After that, your meal time, your breakfast time has to be proper. Your breakfast time has to be perfect. At the same time, your breakfast need to be scheduled, right? It needs to be scheduled. That means, for example, we know that in the balanced diet, most of the time we are neglecting the sprouts. We should give a timetable for the sprouts and all in our breakfast. Our breakfast time should be, it has to be perfect. It has to be scheduled. After that, your lunch time has to be scheduled. Your your dinner time has to be scheduled properly, so that you should utilize your time, and that is going to be your perfect, you will get the perfect time management. After that, we are moving to the next thing, that is introspection. What do you mean by the introspection? Swami Vivekananda once told that if you don't talk to yourself once in a day, that means you're missing the one of the greatest person in the world. You're missing an appointment with the greatest person in the world. What does it mean? It means no matter how perfect we are going to be, we are end up with making mistakes. We are end up with making mistakes. So we should learn from our mistakes. For that purpose, how do we learn from our mistake? At first, we have to realize what the mistake is and why it is because. Okay, so we have to realize. So we have to get up. For example, now it is the exam time. Whenever the exam time is there, you should take up all your practice paper that you have solved in your school, and analyze that answer sheets and where you have mistaken. And in Hindi they are calling भूल करना प्रकृति है, मान लेना संस्कृति है, और सुधार लेना प्रगति है. तो हम प्रगतिशील जीवन जीना चाहते हैं. So for that purpose we should have to follow, we should have to introspect ourselves, whatever we have. For example, I would like to give you a beautiful example of the butterfly. We know that butterfly is nothing but a transformation of the caterpillar. When it is in a caterpillar form, it eats all the leaves of the plant, and when it goes into the pupa stage, it just leave eating, and for the months and months it is going to be in the pupa stage, and after that it will fly away in the air. So likewise that means we have to introspect. For that purpose, initially we have to analyze our mistake. What are the factors of the mistakes? Is it a silly mistake? Is it a silly mistake? Is it our mistake? That means out of any hurry or anything else. So we should be able to analyze, and we should reduce that is what the introspection. Therefore the introspection is called as the art of self discussion concluding a transforming note. That is called as introspection. Moving to the next is transformation. Whenever we are talking about the transformation, what is called as transformation? As I told you in the example of Saurav Ganguly. Saurav Ganguly has practiced on his weakness and transformed into a great Indian cricketer. So likewise that you have to. And one more example of eagle I would like to give you. Eagle has a lifespan of 80 years. When it attains the age of 40 years, his eagle's nails are getting bent. Its beak is getting bent, and he is unable to catch his prey. He is unable to catch his prey. So what the eagle does? Eagle isolate himself from the surrounding and goes high up into the mountain, and at first he will break his teeth by hammering it on the strong stone. At the same time he snatches all of its nails and wait for new beak and new nails to emerge out, and after that eagle just snatch away the success. Even if eagle is going to be the king of sky, he is going to snatch away his prey even from the water also. You can see the video that I am going to play now. At last, I conclude by saying best of luck for you. Wish you a very best of luck for your upcoming exam. May it brings a lot of success to you, and best of luck for your exam. Thank you. Thank you.